So, as some of you know, I just got back from preparing my album release over in Oslo. And during my stay in Oslo, I had some free time on my hands, so I ventured into the old camera store to see if there was something new that would intrigue me. So, I went inside and I spoke to some people there. They had this really great offer on the new GH5. So I picked one up, and I also picked up this 12 to 60 millimeter lens, and I love the Panasonic series, and I've had my eyes now on the GH5 for quite some time, and I also enjoy landscape photography, so I need to have a camera that takes pretty good pictures as well as filming, and the GH series is it's kind of the best of both worlds for me. I absolutely love them. So when there was a new one on the market on sale, I couldn't say no. This new lens is pretty similar to the last lens I picked up when I bought a GH4. The last lens was 12 to 35 millimeter. This is 12 to 60 millimeter, so it covers a lot. It covers the range of the last lens I bought. But I think this one is equally, if not better. So I'm looking forward to testing these things out. Yeah, that's right. I also bought a new backpack, a new camera bag, which can fit a lot more lenses and a lot more equipment. So when I'm out and about on assignments or just walking around, I can fit a lot more of my gear when I'm out walking, and that is always good. And I look forward to using that as well. So yeah, let's go out and try it, shall we? When the camera has finished charging, I will just run through the settings and make sure I have the latest firmware update on it, and I'll take it outside and we'll do some testing. Whew, this is exciting. That is a pretty picture. I like it. Unfortunately, my new GH5 is currently running a time-lapse. Otherwise, I would have taken this picture right here. So, I stayed inside and I updated the firmware on the GH5, and I upgraded the lens as well, the firmware on the lens. And before I knew it, the sunset was almost over and I had wasted the light. And I've quickly checked the weather forecast for the coming days, and they all said rain, 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 rain. So I thought, whatever, I'm gonna jump out in the car and I'm gonna drive a place where I know it's a good sunset, where I know it's a good vantage point, and I'm gonna try some pictures, and I'm gonna try a time-lapse, just in the name of research, to try out my new toy. So it's gonna run in time-lapse mode for another 15 minutes. So hopefully these clouds, those thick clouds there, will be really, really, really cool. This new lens, haven't tested enough to give you an honest opinion, but it seems good. Only thing I don't like, it's not a fixed 2.8. The lowest f-stop is 2.8, but as I zoom in, it gradually increases to 4. I would like a steady 2.8, or lower, of course, but that would be expensive. I really, really like this place. I like the wires. So this is a place I drive quite often, at least when it's sunset time, because I know I can get some decent shots here. It has been a really great day. I've been fooling around with my GH5, trying out different settings, trying out the 60 frames per second 4K slow motion feature, and that works. That was a big fish that jumped right down there. Huge salmon, I think. Where were I? Yes, I've been playing around with my 60 frames per second 4K slow motion feature, and that works like a charm. don't think there's going to be too much hocus pocus with this sunset. This is strictly a test. It's not something I've worked on for a long time. This is just strictly drive out, put up the camera, quickly put it in time-lapse mode and try out the feature. I haven't put a lot of work into this, but I'm quite curious to see how it turns out. As I see now, it gets darker. A lot, but it still seems like it handles the black quite well, because I've read that the GH5 is much better in low light performance than its predecessor. I'm hoping that's the case, because that was one of the few things that I generally didn't like about the GH4. It had horrific low light capabilities, if that is a thing. But I've read that the GH5 has greatly improved on that part. Okay, we're closing in 4:3. Let's see if it does the same thing as your baby brother did. It does. 4K, 25 frames. Okay, great. Let's try it out. So enough of my rambling. Pretty short video today. Nothing huge of interest, I suppose. I just wanted to let you know that I upgraded from the GH4 up to the GH5, and I'm really curious on what this new beast may bring. So far, so good. I'm loving it. I'm loving the interface. I'm loving the menu setup. I'm loving the 60 frames per second 4K. So here's hoping it will continue to be good and worth the money. Alright, this has been me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in about a week. Take care of each other and like and subscribe if you want. Alright, take care. Cheers. Bye bye.